Look, regardless of where you fall on the political spectrum, can we at least agree we need better names for the hate groups? It's like, let's put some thought into this, guys. Oath Keepers? First time I heard that, I was like, oh shit, I was in that in junior high youth group, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's where you promise not to have sex until you get married, right? No wonder why they're all angry and like storming the Capitol. They're all virgins, they're all pissed off and frustrated. It's hard to be a fucking incel with no friends, you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta dress up and play war. The leader of the Oath Keepers, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, he's going to prison, which is a good place for that guy. He's super alpha, you've probably seen him, he's very alpha. His name is Stuart. And look, I like the name Stuart. One of my favorite comedians is named Stuart Huff. Wonderful human being. I like the name Stuart, think it's a great name, but I'm not going around being like, I'm a bald eagle monster truck machine gun muscle man alpha male. What's your name? Stuart? I heard he was going to jail. I was like, I gotta Google him. I gotta see this fella. I Googled him, and you should too. Because he's got an eye patch. And then I was like, wonder how he lost that eye. So I Googled that. I was like, he's fucking alpha. Probably lost it in battle. He shot himself in the face. Oh my God, he shot his fucking eye out, and then 2 million rednecks are like, that's who wanted to lead me into the battle right there. Ralphie from the Christmas Story. It's crazy. What a crazy place to be a white supremacist. In the United States of America, the most ethnically and culturally diverse society in human history. And these dudes are on the news like, this is a white country. Like, no it's not, dog. Turns out every large city in the United States has a China inside of it. You should probably leave your road. Put a little extra gas in your four-wheeler, go to another road, have a look around. Make yourself at home, you know? I've seen this country. I've driven almost 800,000 miles touring this country, performing stand-up comedy. I've performed in almost every large city in the United States. I don't want some dipshit who never left his town telling me what America is. I've fucking seen what America is. And the best thing about this country, is our diversity, not the other way around, okay? We're the melting pot. It's our whole thing. If you Google us, it's on our Wikipedia page. It's in the top 5 things, like bald eagle, titties, you know, baseball, Budweiser, melting pot. Maybe not Budweiser anymore, but you know what I'm saying. When you're too much of a redneck for Budweiser, I can't drink Bud Light no more. It tastes like dicks now. How do you know? What a frustrating place to be a white supremacist. Can you imagine going to literally any city in the United States, walking around being like, look at all these people different than me having a good time. This is bullshit. And say, hey, racist, if you're gonna be mean to a group of people, can you not fuck with the ones that give me free chips and salsa? Have you had a chimichanga, you dumb bastard? I'm tired of them coming over here with all their hard work and delicious food. It's like, people are like, well, what about the drugs? What about the violence? I'm like, yeah, we shouldn't have bought those drugs or gave them those guns. We're the ones buying the drugs. And guns are illegal in Mexico. I know, because I've been. It's crazy. I went to Mexico. I lived in my van down there for 3 months. I surfed every wave on the Baja Peninsula. And I told even my coolest friends, when I told them, I was like, I'm going to Mexico. And they were like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm positive. They're like, but are you sure? I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, what about the cartels? And I was like, I wasn't gonna hang out with them, dog. I'm not going to fucking Juarez, dog. I'm going to Cabo. I'm gonna surf. And the whole drive down there is like donkeys and people waving hello. It's very nice. I'm gonna eat tacos and surf and drink margaritas. It's wild, man. I think one of the ways that we can defeat racism is we gotta get white supremacists to eat better food, you know? Like, hey, you might be a racist too if all you ever ate was chicken tenders and Mountain Dew, you know? It gets old chewing on cigarette butts all the time. Right? Give a white supremacist some chicken tikka masala, watch his whole shit turn around. Be like, JP, have you had tikka masala? Holy shit, bro. I like Indian people now, golly. I thought I was racist, turns out I was just hungry. They just elected a new Speaker of the House. His name's Mike Johnson. I call him Little Johnson. You might have heard a little thing about him. Him and his son share a porn tracker on their phones. They're each other's accountability partners. I think it's really sweet that he wants his teenage son to keep him from watching gay porn. Because that's what Mike... Right? Anybody that's like, we're gonna stop the gays. I got a gay conversion counseling service. I passed gay legislation. It's like, oh, so you're gay, is what you're saying. Right? It's crazy, man. It's good to be here. I brought my own margarita. I brought my own stool. A stool. Comedy is really 99% about the stool, you know? And so is Mike Johnson. But listen. He's gay, but listen. And I support his right to be gay. I just wish he'd quit being mean to people who are brave enough to be themselves. Yeah. We need to get racists to eat better food. I think that's one of the best things in the United States is all the great food and the cultures from which the food comes, you know? It's one of my favorite things to do as I travel is eat foods from different ethnicities. I love it. I like to think I'm relatively worldly. I've been around the whole United States, several other countries, done a lot of traveling, a lot of cities, a lot of different foods. But I'm still a little bit of a redneck. I'm gonna ask for ranch dressing, you know? Don't make it weird. Why does it have to be so awkward? I was in an Indian restaurant the other day. I was like, excuse me, brother, can I get some ranch? He's like, we don't have ranch. I was like, okay, what was the white stuff I was just dipping my garlic naan in? He's like, it's raita. It's a yogurt-based cucumber, cilantro, carrot, pepper. I was like, oh, okay, it's Indian ranch. Why don't you go ahead and bring it out? Why don't you put it in a pint glass, because I was going to drink it, okay? I don't know why this has to be such a weird exchange. You think about it, every culture has ranch, all of them. They just call it something different, and I don't really care what you call it, but I need two sides. Greek restaurant, tzatziki sauce, that's Greek ranch, okay? I need it for my fries. Japanese restaurant, shrimp sauce, yum-yum sauce, white sauce. I don't give a shit what you call it. I call it Japanese ranch. Pour it in my onion volcano. Let's get this party started. And flip me another shrimp. I'm gonna catch it this time. I think hibachi chef would be like the funnest job. Like if comedy doesn't work out for me, I'm gonna be a hibachi chef, for sure. You know those dudes just go home at night, they're like, honey, you would not believe this one dumb son of a bitch. I hit him in the face with 28 pieces of shrimp. He didn't catch a single one of them. And then I peed all over his face with the little boy toy with the sake coming out of the wiener hole. Oh, good times. Asked me for ranch twice. I have common sense solutions to fight racism. Get them to eat better food. Maybe get them to say shit right, you know? I think we need to beef up our foreign language programs in the schools. Right? Now hold on. I'm not talking about anything crazy like paying teachers more, okay? I'm not a communist. 29.5's plenty to live off of. I'm not talking about funding schools or buying more books. I know those are bad. I'm saying you keep everything just the way it is, but you just focus on a little more common sense stuff. Hey, maybe that third grader doesn't need to know all the days of the week. Teach him the menu, you know? It's hard to be a racist when you're saying shit right. Nobody's ever been like, dude, I'm gonna go to a Klan meeting as soon as I finish this quesadilla. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do it. Not once has anybody ever gone, I wish all these fucking Latinos would get out of Los Angeles. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. It's damn near impossible.